Game On Media is joined by Reniel Hugo, who plays for the Toyota Cheetahs in the Pro 14. My name is Dan Lombard. Welcome back to Game On Media. Reniel, thank you so much for joining us. How are you today?
Hi, Dan. No, it's really nice to speak to you. I'm very well, thanks. It's a really odd day here in Bloemfontein without any water. There's been a burst pipe, so we don't have any water, but it was really a nice day.
Well, at least you've got rugby to take your mind off the problems of life.
Yeah, definitely. No, we had two good training sessions in today.
That's incredible. Reniel, let's get right into it. Talk us through the experience of the players when they learned that the Cheetahs would not be in Super Rugby as of next year. What were their thoughts? Were there moments of insecurity or doubt about their playing future?
Yeah, Dan, definitely. At first, when we started reading the articles on News 24 that there's not going to be any Super Rugby for us anymore, or that we are candidates to maybe fall out, everyone started phoning their agents. That was obviously before we knew about the Pro 14. So everyone was panicking and trying to get their agents and to organize them some new stuff. But early in the process, they told us that they're going to fight for the Super Rugby status. And if they don't want to go that way, then Pro 14 asked them to maybe join the competition. So quite early on in the whole process, we knew about the Pro 14 becoming something that we could take part in.
How did you, as a team, prepare for the Pro 14? Obviously, you guys have never really played Northern Hemisphere rugby. How do you go about training, especially, in the Northern Hemisphere it rains a lot more, it's a lot more wet, whereas Bloemfontein in the summer, in pre-season, is dry as can be. So how did you practice and train for the Pro 14?
Yeah, obviously, nobody actually knew what to expect. We had Franco and Cornel, two of our coaches who actually coached Treviso in this competition for quite a few years. So they knew all about this competition. So they actually helped us quite a lot with our preparation. Obviously, we didn't, as a team, none of us as players knew what to expect. You just watch on TV, on television, the European rugby, and it looks much more physical and tactical and stuff. And so at the beginning, we didn't actually prepare for Pro 14. We went straight from our Currie Cup game into a Pro 14 the next week. So we just focused on ourselves. And we said that we're going to take it game by game and then see what we must wiggle and what we must maybe change and stuff. So at first, when we prepared for the Pro 14, we just focused on the Currie Cup. And then our first game was against Ulster, and the result wasn't that good. So after that first tour, we actually saw that there's definitely something that we have to change.
When was it decided to focus on the Pro 14 as opposed to the Currie Cup? Because you had a clash in seasons, because of joining the Pro. When there wasn't matches, the Cheetahs fielded a much stronger team in the Pro 14 than they did in the Currie Cup. When was that decision made, and why was it made for the Pro 14?
Right. So when Pro 14 asked the Cheetahs to join the competition, one of the warranties or something that they asked the Cheetahs was that you have to field your strongest 15 for every game. So that was something that we had to do, and it's only this first year that this was going to happen. The Currie Cup is really important to the Cheetahs, and it wasn't nice to play our second string side in the Currie Cup this year because it adds a lot of value to the union. But unfortunately, during this first year, we had to put out our best 15 in the Pro 14 because that was one of the requirements to join the competition. So we had to play there and hope that our second stringers could get a few points so that we could be able to make it into the semi-finals. So it was never really a thing of just leaving the Currie Cup. It was also very important for us, but we knew during this first year that it was going to clash and we were going to have to give it up, like I said.
Northern Hemisphere rugby is best suited to forward play due to the inclement weather. Do you believe that this is the case?
No, I don't really think so. I think it's also we've scored quite a lot of tries during this Pro 14 tournament. We believe our strengths here at the Cheetahs are definitely our counter-attack. We back ourselves in the mauls, and definitely from turnovers we are really posing a big threat to the other team. So I think it's an all-round play. You have to have a good maul at the forwards to suck their defenders in so that we can play wide. So I think it's definitely, when it's wet and it's very wet, then it's probably going to be a much harder fought battle in the scrums and the mauls, etc. But I think backs is also very, very important. We saw a guy like Makazole Mapimpi who's really quick, and if he gets space, if we can create space for him. He can really finish off some good tries. So in conclusion, I would say it's not really only a forwards game. There's backline play is also really important to get you gain line ball off strikes and stuff like that.
Reniel, as we end off, what are your rugby aspirations?
Look, Dan, at the moment, I'm just enjoying my rugby. My first few years, it was all about getting my studies behind me and getting my degree. So at the moment, I'm just enjoying it. I'm taking it day by day and year by year. Look, like whoever wanted a year ago that I would be able to play in a Pro 14 competition, in a Northern Hemisphere competition, while I'm sitting in Bloemfontein. So I'm really just taking it year by year. I hope to be successful with the Cheetahs, and maybe we can qualify for the Heineken Cup. I know there's some rumors that says you can't, and they're still busy discussing that matters. So I think it'll be awesome if the Cheetahs, if it is possible, that we can qualify for the Heineken Cup and play in that European competition while based in South Africa. So I'd say my aspiration is just to give my best, and be a team player and let this team be very successful.
Game On Media thanks you for spending some time with us, and we wish you all the best in your future endeavours.
Thanks, Dan. I appreciate it.